welcome back or to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope my hair sticks to my lip gloss so much. But I hope that you are doing very well today. I have a fun video that I actually saw Caitlin. This is her YouTube here. She is so adorable. Love her ASMR. But I saw her do this video not that long ago, and that is books that I am scared to read for one reason or another. And I have a number of books here. There are definitely more that I'm scared to read, but these are some major ones that I picked out. The first few, let's just say the more books we get through, the more scared I am to read them. Yeah, so we're gonna start with this book. This is The Nightingale by Kristen Hannah. This one, I don't even really know why I'm scared to read it. I have read one other of hers. I've read the Four Winds, and that book was amazing. It was beautiful. I loved it, and that's not even one that people rave about of hers. This one and The Women in the Great Alone, I feel like, are the ones that people recommend and rave about the most, especially this one. And so yeah, I guess it's just so highly anticipated, like, in my mind, and it's very emotional. It's historical fiction about two sisters during World War II. And yeah, I always get scared when I know a book is really emotional, and it's long too. And maybe I'm a little worried about the historical aspect. I just want to, fully understand what's going on, even though I love history, but I'm sure I'll be fine. But yeah, this is one that I do want to read within the next few months. So yeah, that's probably that one. And the next series I think I'm the least scared of in this haul. What did romance is not my number one favorite genre. So there's that too. Like, it's not like I know I'm gonna love them. And they're also highly anticipated. Like, the series is so beloved, and like I really want to like them. So, you know, like I've almost put pressure on myself to like them. And these are books that are also very emotional. Like, I'm pretty sure the main female character goes through a lot of abuse at home and stuff like that, and that makes me nervous. They're YA though, they're YA romance, but yeah, they're just so beloved, and I have heard some negative things about them, and I want to like them. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, just highly anticipated and emotional again. Okay, so the next, let's do this one first. So now we're getting into, most of the rest are like fantasy slash dark academia. A couple of these books, Caitlin also had in her video, including this next one. See it? I'm so far away. So this is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. So like half the reason all of these books are on this list is because they are so highly anticipated, you know, like so many people love them, they're so popular that you feel like there's an expectation to like them. But also some of these, like this one, the opinions on it are very polarizing. Either people love it, like are obsessed with this book, which came out last year, and the second one comes out this year, or they absolutely hated it. Like, I really haven't seen an in-between, and I just don't know where I'm going to lie. vibes. But I haven't read, like, I don't know how to explain this type of dark academia. Like, I feel like this one and one of the other ones that I have, I don't know, it's like YA versus adult. Like, they're just an upper level, like a dark academia, but a higher level. And I really just don't want to be confused either by the content of the book. If there's a lot of academic language, or by the prose being like too poetic or too flowery. Does that make sense? But this I have seen many times described as almost the backbone of dark academia. And like, it's just one book. It is also deceivingly long. But yeah, I really want to read it and be a secret history girly. We shall see. Okay, I may as well bring up the other dark academia book I have, basically for the same reasons, and also pretty much all of this author's books I'm scared to read, but this one I'm the most scared to read. And Caitlin also had this book as well, and that is Babel, or is it Babel? Is it Babel or Babel? Babel or Babel? Babel or Babel? I don't know. But by R.F. Kuang. R.F. Kuang. So pretty. She is the author of the Poppy War trilogy, which I also really want to read and need to get to, but I'm also a little bit scared to read. But this one I'm the most scared to read, probably out of any of these books. She also wrote Yellowface, which is a completely different genre, and I actually have read that and am obsessed with it. I love that book so much. But this one is dark academia, and everyone I've seen read it, first of all, this has like amazing, impeccable reviews, like almost like it's like life changing in a way. It makes people like think differently and do their own research afterwards reading it. But I've also seen that it's like it can take you a bit to get into, and like the writing is just like so good. Like, I'm afraid I'm not going to understand the writing or what's going on in it. Like, if it's like I'm just scared I'm dumb, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Too dumb for this book. But I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I just think I want to put a few lighter dark academia books before this one, maybe even the secret history before it as well. Okay, this next book is kind of representing another author that intimidates me, even though one of her books is on my March TBR. But this book I'm the most scared for. Sword of Khaki, the sword of Khaki. So this is the author of Blood Over Brighthaven, which came out and was kind of instantly popular in the fall. It still is very popular, but has, again, impeccable reviews, like the writing, the story, just everything about it. But this book is the same, like this was on so many people's top books of last year, and the majority of those lists, it was number one. So it's a historical fantasy, I believe. And I don't know what I'm so scared of in this one, probably more so the writing. Like, I just want to make sure I fully understand what's going on. Not that I've heard anything where it's confusing. It's just, yeah, kind of another one that is so hyped up that I really want to love. But yeah, very excited for this one. Okay. And finally, for this video. If I can pick it up. It's another chonker. There's a theme here. Ow, my leg. This is fairy tale, written by Veronica Lancet. I love the cover of this. Covers like this and like the secret history. I'm obsessed. So this is a fantasy, maybe a romantasy. Yeah, it's also super long. It's like 750 pages. This is kind of one that's also polarizing, like you either love it or you hate it. And yeah, I just heard that it is really confusing, but it's supposed to be until things kind of come together or something like that. And it's also very weird. And there are some very interesting, spicy scenes in it. But I do think I'm going to like this one as long as I am, again, understanding. And it kind of scares me when a book is supposed to be confusing and then later makes sense, because I don't like being confused. But hopefully, yeah, I really want to, to like this one. Yeah, it is chunky though. The pages. Each chapter is really pretty. So yeah. Those are my top scary books for me. Anyways. Let me know what books you are scared to read. I'm very interested, but also let me know if you have read